live for another time. 2 days in a row, back to back. But tonight we dive into a darker story as we start back into the main theme of Arknights with Darknights Memoir. Gritty, dark tale that leads us into chapter 7 and 8. So, let's go live. What's up, everybody? It's me, Johnny G. Welcome back to the channel and to the stream. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to hang out here while we are live. And for those of you watching this on the VOD, you are awesome as well. It's time to get back to the main story. We finished up the event yesterday, the event rerun stuff that we were working on. Cleared that, got that done. And I'm just doing a little bit of farming on that on my own. But we've been talking about this, grinding the main story, the main theme, and just kind of using that as a way to get us back into this and get this story going and everything else that we could think of. But it's one of those things where in order to go from where we last left off, chapter 6, into chapter 7, Darknights Memoir is a nice gap, or a nice bridge to the gap, and tells the story of W, Ines and Hoederer, their ties to Babel and Rhodes Island prior to reunion and things like that. And it's pretty interesting. And like I said, very dark, gritty side of things, but I'm anxious to get into this. It's been a long time. This was one of the events that I had read on my own, on my OG account, and played through, and I don't really remember the stages or anything like that. I remember some of the story, but I don't remember the stages. So it's one of those things where this is going to be fun to dive in with you guys. Well, what's up, Bio? Welcome in. As always, though, I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. It is a fun one. Had a decent day despite being exhausted going to work because I barely slept last night. And I ended up getting up, going to work today. Had to go early and then leave early because my oldest had a hockey game, which, my God, was that an absolute insanity case. We go to his game, and his team ends up tying the game 11-11. The game is over 11-11. That's not a freaking typical hockey score. That is absolute insanity. But the whole time, it's just back and forth. Starts off pretty crazy. His team's winning out of the first period 7-2. And they blow the lead going into the second. Ends the second period 9-8 going into the third. And then it ends up tied 11-11 to end the game. I just don't know how the hell that is a thing. It's just insanity. But this is middle school hockey. So anything could happen at that level. But I got home, enjoyed dinner, chilled with the family for a little bit, and now it's just kind of been a relaxing night, and now we're going to get into this for a little bit. On the background, while I'm chatting with you guys, I'm just doing a little farming because I'm getting OGW, Ines, and Hoederer into my team for moving forward, just to play a little bit of the event with them. Now, I will probably not get very far tonight, but we'll see how far I can go. Tomorrow, I don't really have much going on in the evening, so I might be able to start a little bit earlier, which would be nice. And it would be awesome if we could finish this over the next 3 days, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. Chapter 8, Dear God, the Artillery. I know. That's, I'm looking forward to getting there, but we got to get through Chapter 8, which ends the reunion arc, and then we'll get into Victoria stuff in Chapter 9, but this first, then Chapter 7, well, before we even get into Chapter 7, it's going to be the Hoshiguma Altar event. So Atto will be next. And then we'll get into Chapter 7 once we finish the main story for that, because we'll have a little bit of time between that and then the EX stages and S stages coming out, which are kind of like a week in between, because the event will run about 3 weeks long in total, which is kind of crazy to think about. But, trying to think of what else to bring up here for you all. Not much off the top of my head. But like I said, I already got W promoted. She's Elite 2 level 1, so she's ready to go. Ines, I don't have enough Vanguard chips to move forward, but I'm working on Hoederer right now because the guard stuff is in for the farming stages. So I'm grabbing that stuff right now. We'll get him as far as we can, and then we'll be set to use them as part of this story, part of the squad. So while we're chilling, while we are doing that farming, I'll switch over because it's about to finish another auto deploy, and then I might be able to work on Hoederer here. Let's go over.
Disaster assessment report. We received 0 damage.
So let's get back in here and see what we've got going on.
Here's a carnival costume. Put it on.
Sorry, Pookie, I don't need a carnival costume today. Alright, so Hoederer. What do we got? Okay, we can craft 2 more of those. Perfect. Good work, Nyan. Make me the things that I need so I can raise this guy.
I don't need these, Doctor. But if you insist on some sort of reward, you think I could teach a class to the children here in my free time? No, not to teach military history. I just want to share with them some Sarkis folk songs.
That's interesting. I never heard that line for him before. Okay. So he's E1, level 1.
Is this your upgraded training regimen?
We need
It's definitely safer.
2 of these
than
blocks.
But
Okay.
I'd do better with something more direct.
Okay, we need 4 of these. And then we can make 1 with Techno, then we'll switch over. Okay, Mud Rock. Make me a second one. Beautiful. And then now we just need to go into the factory and make these. Ooh, wait a second. I might need... Okay, wait. Make me 2 of them, Muddy. I might need those thingies. These thingies, yes. Okay. Purchase certificates or the store. Oh, cool. I could do that. Actually, let me get a couple more for Ines for when I have her ready. Is there anything... I haven't done token exchange stuff in forever. Give me those, please. Commendation stuff, give me that. Let me collect some of this stuff here while I have a moment. Give me these battle records and this pure gold. 2 more of those. Excellent. Lots of supplies in case we need that moving forward. Ooh, we forgot we got these intelligence certs, which I will pretty much hold on to them, but we might use them for the Arundum. Okay, so 4. Make those dual chips for me. Collect. And then let's change that back to our metal for now. Okay. And then we shall E2 Hoederer.
Medals and titles give people an illusion of some kind of irreplaceable responsibility. Most times, though, it begets nothing but ruination.
You don't buy it in one go.
That's true for
The yellow ticket. I mean, I don't pay attention to my stuff half the time, or I probably would, but I just end up clicking and go through individually. Okay, so she is actually close. I don't have these. That's the only thing I don't have, and otherwise I'd be able to promote Ines. So when do those chips come in? See, I have enough to do 2 of them, but not everything. Unstoppable Charge. Let's take a look. If that comes in tomorrow... Wednesday. Okay, so I could actually promote her tomorrow. Now, we'll keep her in for now, but obviously I won't have her real good skill or anything. So... that's that. But we have the squad ready. Kind of cost inefficient. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm an idiot. I'll admit that. Okay. So, let's get started. Hope you guys are ready for probably some extremely annoying voice acting. So, ironic since I am a voice actor. So, DM 1, 2, 3. There's nothing for 4. 1 for 5. 6, 7, 8. Story 1. Okay. So, let's enter the event. We'll play a couple stages and we'll go back and we'll do story stuff. We'll do it that way. Now, of course, I kept some crazy ops still in, but... oh, wait, no. It does kick off the story stuff. Never mind. It's me. I've reached the target destination. I have visual confirmation of the smoke signal's coordinates. It's been a while since our last fight with the other mercenaries. We've taken some losses. But they hid plenty of supplies in the underground bunker. We won't come back empty-handed. Yeah. The scout can go on ahead. I'll catch up soon. Right. There was an unexpected casualty. W's dead. You're talking like it was hell on earth out there, but you look perfectly fine to me. Or are you talking it up to get a pity bonus? Well, it's not like you had to go out of your way to leave camp to pick us up. Who asked you to be such a worrywart? I don't give a shit about anyone. Quit projecting. W hadn't stayed behind to create an opening for us. None of us would have made it out. When did it happen? 2 hours ago, when our communications were cut off. The squad got ambushed. W blew apart the ruins and gave us a chance to escape. He fought until the bitter end. Poor guy. Yeah, if only he had made it back to camp alive. His kill count was well past mine. He would have come out as top merc, easy. Forget it. No point talking about that stuff now. At least he's earned his rest. The enemy routed, we should probably bring him back. Impossible. We can't risk exposing ourselves like that. Don't want to get caught out. Why would you even want to? Were you two that close? Nobody told me. He had a bunch of loot on him. That's all I care about. Imagine Ines being a loot goblin. Like, playing some sort of a game with her, like a Fortnite or a Warzone or something, and she's just a loot thief. Just vacuuming it all up like Kirby. It wasn't that much. Some of the other guys brought in bigger hauls. When the war ends, we can go back to the good old days. If the war ends. Could sit around and commiserate later. We'd better get out of here before the sunset if we don't want to be in the center of attention. Head back to camp and muster the troops. Is that an order, 2nd Lieutenant Hoederer? We've lost contact with the other squads. As of right now, I'm your commanding officer. We're the same rank. Ines, let's hurry back to the rendezvous point. Then we can contact the client again to renegotiate our deal. That's a suggestion, not an order, all right? How much do you think we can milk W's death for? A lot. He was a hell of a merc. Everybody knew. At least, his death won't be in vain. In the end, did he leave anything... Shh. Someone's coming. 3 o'clock. Not one of ours. Just one. Get out. A Sarkaz? One of the natives. No, wait. You have W's gun and knife in your hands. Who the hell are you? Not talking. Then die. Wait, hold up. She followed us here. You let her follow you? We haven't exactly been dragging our feet, but she's kept up with us purely through her own skills, even after grabbing W's gear. She's an experienced Sarkaz, and I may need a local guide when it's time to bounce. Are you insane? Isn't that all the more reason to kill her right here?
If you want us all dead, you might as well just do it yourself.
I wouldn't dare.
What if she's an assassin? What if she leads us straight into a trap? Did you forget how many people in Kazda want your head?
Oh, how many?
There's one right in front of you. You've got a huge bounty on your head, but for the time being, I'd rather it stay on your shoulders. Don't get too full of yourself.
I appreciate your diligence and frugality, but I'm not joking around either. She took the risk to pick up W's knife and gun, and had the stones to walk right up to us. What are your arts telling you? Is she hostile?
No sane person would just take a totally unknown sarcasm.
Yeah, that's the difference between you and me. On my way back, I gave her a whole bunch of openings, and she threw little stones at me. An interesting display of goodwill, wouldn't you agree?
Huh?
According to the old ways, we might want to give her a chance. The war has thinned out our ranks. We could recruit some more sarcas just as mysterious as her, but I'd rather handpick someone myself.
But she's an outsider. Our ways don't apply to... You know what? Forget it. I'm leaving in 10 minutes. I don't care how many come with me. But if you're gonna give me any more corpses to deal with, I don't care whose, you better make it quick.
Their old design is quite something. Oh, definitely. Old design, old artwork, compared to now. Phone died. I have it on the charger, but I was about to say chapter 9 is even worse than 8. Yeah, it does. It kind of... There's like a very short break at the beginning, and then it really ramps up from 9 onward, all the way up through 14, 15, so... Quite the impatient one, aren't you? All right, you. Listen carefully. You're holding our fallen comrades' relics there. Put them down, and you can walk out of here alive. You'll have to find someone else to die. Somewhere else to die. But at least you'll buy yourself some extra time. This is your last chance.
Last chance? I don't think I ever had a choice. The second I turn around, you draw your blade and cut me down. This whole time, your other hand has been on that hilt.
Very good. You may have seen us before, or maybe you worked for someone else. None of that concerns me. But you understand what it means to take up the weapons of the fallen, yes?
Of course.
In that case, prepare to evacuate first. We'll talk details later. Now go rejoin the squad. W. In the Sarkaz tradition, when you pick up those weapons, you pick up the items of a fallen merc, you inherit their name as well. There is no end to war, and there is no end to our fight. It is as if war is the tool that we have always relied on for survival.
I'm convinced of that. Some still harbor reservations in their heart, while others have grown accustomed to that fact. The latter live, the former die. And some people were born to play this role. What a pleasant surprise. When I saw her in those crumbling ruins, I knew for sure she would reign supreme among the Sarkaz warriors.
And that's exactly true for today, though. I mean, where the story is, current day, she leads the new Babel, so to speak, so.
Yep. Another beautiful day.
Okay. Texas, you get me some DP here.
Ha! The only sound they will hear is my blade slicing through wind.
Put Ines
Not my
out there.
footsteps.
Well, she is very high DP, but you know what? It's all good. Well, we'll put her this way.
Who knows? I might sneak off somewhere.
God, look at her old design too. That's so crazy.
Nothing.
Inherit their identity, basically. Exactly.
Order acknowledged.
Shut up.
Okay, and Shu is the only healer I technically have, so this is gonna be odd.
Solid. I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
I might have to switch out. Maybe I'll switch out Blaze and put an extra healer in. Boy, she's actually pretty tough.
Understood.
Let's try her skill. It attaches bombs.
Surrender.
Okay.
Shut up.
Wow, the timing of that. Thanks, Texas. Unreal. She goes to start counting down, and Texas is like, shut up.
The
I love it.
battlefield's all around you. Where do you think you're running?
Understood. You've got until 3 to surrender.
Okay.
Got it. You can't stop me.
How old do you think Ascalon was during this chapter? I don't know if they ever actually determined a specific age for her. I just know that she was very young at the time because, like, as this was happening and the events of Babel were going on, all this stuff kind of coincides, and she was really young. Teresa was with Babel, the military commission, the stuff with that was going on. She was just kind of found and was really young. Her and what's his face? The other, he becomes the other commander. I can't remember his name. He's got the horns and stuff. But those two were close to about the same age. So maybe if they revealed his age at that time, you could get a good, idea of what her age was. But she was definitely in the younger teen, I guess. Yeah, possibly. Either like, I would say somewhere between like 10, 13 ballpark. She at this point in time was still very young. Yeah, several months went by. There's probably a couple years across this whole storyline, if I'm remembering correctly, and up through Babel before she really was. You know what? We'll have to think about that because come to think of that, when she joins Babel, when these characters all link up with Babel, Ascalon is working with them at the time, and she's older. So maybe late teens, early 20s at that point in time. Something like that. So, because then, of course, everything that goes down with Teresa, Ascalon is still there. She heads out to try and assassinate Theresis. And yeah, so there's a possibility she could be late teens, early 20s at that point in time. We'd have to piece that together a little bit more. That's a good question, though. Several months later, 4:28 p.m., cloudy. Military buffer zone between Casdel's east and west battlegrounds. Small ambush. Looks like you were right. A lot of people do seem to be after my head. What a pain. Not too many of them. They must be trying to cut off the head of the snake in a hit and run. We only have half a squad left. What a perfect time to try and take me out. Too bad for them, it's a little too perfect, just as planned. All right, I'll catch up with you later. The messenger for Casdel should be back in a minute. Yeah, this is when Babel already established, so she's older. It depends, because Babel was established pretty early on, and it took them a few years really to get off the ground and start actually being a thing. Because Teresa was working on it, building Babel with Calcit, while she still was part of the military commission, working with Theresis, so there was a decent time gap before it was actually fully operating, but it was technically an established, what do you call that? Faction, I guess. So we'd have to look at the timeline for sure, I think, between the start of this and the assassination. So what are you looking for? That corpse, that's the assassin? Yeah, I knew he'd have it on him. A note. Actually, wait. Did you know this guy? Of course. We've worked together before. Went through hell together. Just a few months ago, we were at the Scar Market, toasting it to a job well done. He even said he wanted his daughter to marry me. That's dumb. You're mercenaries. Sooner or later. Hold on. You didn't really... Of course not. I turned him down. For other reasons, of course. So, what does it say? Useful stuff. Some intel from the market. Gossip. Things worth looking into. And what about this? They're all names. No, all pseudonyms or code names. And there's candy drawn on the back of this. What's all this supposed to mean? The more pieces of candy, the higher the payout. It's a system only a piece of shit like him could come up with. Whoever gets the most candies is the most dangerous mercenary. Creeps like that really leave a bad taste in your mouth. But then again, this adds up to a fat stack. Who's footing the bill? Every time we complete a contract, someone will usually put up an additional sum to get rid of us. Like whoever hired us, for example.
The more powerful the mercenary, the bigger the bounty. The bigger the bounty, the greater the risk. The greater the risk, the more they need to kill off the merc. And the mercs who lived through all of this, they become the strongest. This war has driven us to the brink of death, but it's also left us room for us to survive.
I guess that all works.
It's the rules of the game. Hoederer, mercenary, 10 candies. Tough squad, 15 candies. We're acquainted, 20 candies. Can't fault his accounting. W, the old one, taken care of. The new one is a problem. 10 candies, maybe more, situational. Sounds like you earned your candies too.
Might have something to do with those arms dealers I buried alive in the woods last month. Huh. So am I supposed to be happy about this?
Arms dealers, huh? Why am I learning about this just now?
I was just in the neighborhood. When you guys raid the Laterano caravans, do you bother reporting each and every one?
No.
Right. It's the same idea. Since this isn't technically part of the job, it's not like us mercenaries have to share every little detail. But let me get this straight. I'm stronger than the old W, huh?
Strong or weak doesn't tell me shit about a soldier's actual capabilities. For me, it's all about whether or not they can follow orders.
Fine. I'll be more thorough next time. Does that work for you? By the way, I've been wondering, what kind of person was that old W?
That guy was a strange one. He was with us for a long time. Hardest worker you've ever met. A real good egg. He fought hard to become our team leader, racked up kills and commendations just so we'd celebrate his birthday.
Sarcasm with a birthday?
Of course it wasn't his real birthday. He wasn't that far gone. He once killed a Laterano and took his gun. Guess they had some history between them, so he decided that day was his birthday.
A merc who killed Lateranos for sport, huh? Sounds like we could have been friends.
There's a lot to unpack in there. But for sport?
Hey, gotta live in the moment.
Good answer. W is one of our biggest characters. He always had that devil-may-care laugh, but whenever he spoke, you could tell that there was something more lurking underneath. But he was quicker to trust than pretty much anyone else.
Why's that?
Because he had an obsession. Obsessed people, good or bad, are always falling into traps.
Alright, just sounds like a dumbass to me.
I figured you'd get it. Because you're the same type of person. Good at putting on airs, good at living in the moment.
I am.
Love how she questions that.
What makes you so confident you can guess what I'm thinking? Or do you have some weird arts like Ines?
You
could have decided to kill us both that day. I thought you understood that.
You're not going to let that go, are you? Reminds me of Ines. Let's head back and see how our messenger's doing. It's about the rain. It's the first time I saw her smile. Same smile as W's. Giving her a thinly veiled excuse was at least better than having her continue this numbingly dull busy work. What I needed was a mercenary who could cleave a path forward, not just another puppet. Puppets are a dime a dozen. That was the day W became W. But Ines was right. Ridiculous.
I love these backgrounds for the campgrounds and stuff.
Ines, you should head back to the tent. No use staring blankly at a campfire.
Can't imagine we got good news from Kasdal.
Nail on the head.
I could feel the messenger's anxiety after he came back. He tried not to show it, but he was scared out of his mind. Not to mention your expression. Your poker face couldn't fool a toddler. So what's the bad news?
So I'm still alive, but our agent died in Kasdal's industrial area. His corpse got thrown into a furnace. His head got melted off. Those gaudy red pants are somehow still fine.
Who did it?
Nobody knows when it happened. First person to find the body was one of the boiler workers. But whoever did it was quick. You have a fight on metal and it's gonna show for a while. They used a knife. They were damn good with it.
Whatever. It's not like we'll ever catch them.
He wanted to hang out in Kasdal and didn't like to take orders. And this is what happens. Kind of funny, huh?
But now who's gonna pay us? I'm not laughing.
And the next part is even less funny. When our messenger was leaving Kasdal after confirming the report, he ran into some friends. Some spies. I guess it's more was intercepted by than ran into.
So we've been caught again. Wouldn't be the first time. We could take the initiative here.
By the look of things, we don't have a choice. The messenger came back with an order.
An order? For us? From who? Since when do we take orders from anyone?
I've gone through the options. Just let me finish. They want us off the battlefield and up to a remote mountain pass. Looks like it might take us through a canyon. To protect a transport team.
Escorting transports is a pretty run-of-the-mill job. There has to be more to it, right?
I don't know.
Excuse me?
Really sorry. The situation spiraled out of control. This could be a rare opportunity for us. Now that we're responsible for the entire team, the situation has changed. Everyone else is looking for an opening, and we can't just sit around waiting to die. You and W are in charge of this job.
I have some issues here. First of all, I won't go with W. She's made some waves, but I don't think she's ready yet.
She's totally proven herself.
I see things you can't. I trust my arts. Hoederer's team shows up with a new demolitions expert, and suddenly the battlefield is one big fiery explosion. The other mercs are all playing it cool. The battlefield changes every day, and you never know when it might swallow up your base camp.
I know. She doesn't hesitate. Not when she's lying. Not when she's... Excuse me.
She doesn't hesitate. Not when she's lying. Not when she's killing. She's too qualified a mercenary. I can't tell how deep she is. I'm not looking for a knife in my back, and I don't think she's cut out for this escort job. No matter how great you think she is, now's not the time to send out your greenhorn. Or did you have some ulterior motives?
I'm working with the tools I got. Look at where we are. We can't leave people in the sidelines anymore. Mercs don't have a dog in the fight, really. But that also means we don't belong anywhere. When the dust settles, we'll fade away, along with the war. The difference is, war will return one day, but we only have one chance to live. YOLO! I'm not going to be fatalistic about it, and neither should any of you. That's the deal. We have to play the hand we've been given, stand out from the crowd, and stake out our own position. That group's here from Rim Billiton. I'm willing to bet they get raided not long after they crossing into Kazdel territory. A lot of our people won't take the job. We'll have to change the teams up a bit, but it doesn't matter in the end. It's a dangerous contract, but worth the risk. We, or at least you...
Hold up. Not that I question your decision. It's just that... forget it. Anyway, you don't need to be so uptight. I'll follow your orders as always. But first, you need to calm down and take a look at your own feet.
Oh, are you talking about my shadow? I can't read your eyes. What am I looking for?
Your shadow. It's trembling.
It's windy and the campfire is flickering.
You know what I'm talking about. All you sarcas are like this. Don't always try to plan too far ahead. There are too many things you can't control. We're just mercenaries after all.
I'll keep that in mind.
So if you want me to bring W with me, what about you? What are you planning?
That's on a need-to-know basis. You're safer this way.
If you can't trust the other teams, you should at least trust your own.
I'm not hiding anything from you. It's just...
Out with it then. Spill it. Who was it our messenger met?
Babel. The sleeper cell Babel left in Kazdel. Interesting. Weaklings, says Texas. All right. Hoederer's VA, if you didn't look at the name, you would think it was David Hayter. He does have a very good voice. Very smooth, very similar to David Hayter. So, I know what you're talking about. By chance. Let's continue with this squad. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be able to fully upgrade Ines, which will be great. I'll have to get those last few chips. I'll farm those before the next stream. Yes, those are the same goons as last time. How'd they find us here? Hurry up and retreat. Don't waste time.
They've got us surrounded and outnumbered.
Then we gotta find a way to break through.
Their scouts took out all our sentries. We're in the dark here.
Bullshit. Are you gonna stand around and wait for their casters to fry you? Hey, you're with Hoederer. What are you doing here? Where's Hoederer and his men? He's supposed to be... What are you doing to my comms? What gives?
Would you shut up already? Remember how I was on patrol here? That made it real easy to plant bombs all over your camp.
Hoederer, you sold us out!
Don't make it sound so bad. We're headed out on a long, long trip. And wouldn't you know it, some guests showed up just as we're leaving. So someone's got to stay behind to hold the fort. Now, if we leave some snacks out for our guests like a good host, maybe that'll get them to stop chasing us. Gotta say, I appreciate all you're doing for us.
Damn you. You knew they were coming the whole time. And you're just going to leave us here to die?
Well, at least try to put up a bit of a fight. The more you struggle, the bigger our heads start. But seriously, thanks a kiloton.
Bomb terms.
I ordered you to help the teams that didn't have the time to escape, but why didn't anyone else make it out?
They volunteered to stay behind. Don't worry, I left them a little gift, so they were more than happy to help us hold off the bad guys. I doubt anyone here would be willing to sacrifice themselves. No need to lie about it. Nobody's going to blame you for sacrificing others to save your own squad. But lying to your commander is another story. Can't fool my eyes, W. You're on thin ice here. Don't forget how green you are. I'll be sure to reflect upon my actions, Captain Ines, because we'll be working together for a very long time. So what's the plan now?
No harm, no foul. What's done is done, and it was probably going to turn out like this anyway. W might have made the right call.
Do you seriously believe that?
The Sarkaz over there have nothing to do with us. Who they were, what they did, how they lived, how they died. None of our business.
Brutal.
Let's talk work first. Ines, you and W split up and lead your teams away. Messengers, stay radio silent, then regroup at the rendezvous point. I'll catch up later. One more thing. I don't care what kind of mischief you get up to, how one of you exploits the other or whatever, but I won't stand for you actually directly fighting.
But indirectly is fine. Pretty lax rules.
I really hope it doesn't come down to that. But it's not like I could stop it either. For now, at least, if you plan to stay alive, make good use of every last Sarkaz you have.
Hoederer has always been like this. He thinks very little about what actually matters and wastes so much brain power on the pointless stuff. Nobody says W isn't a great fighter, but there's a lot she's missing. She really is just an incredible Sarkaz warrior.
Ines and her doubts, but
Rightly so.
It's not even dark out, and you still gotta hide over here by the fire. Maybe you just like fire. I definitely don't like people bothering me. Your team is 3 hours late. That ambush, did you and Hoederer plan that? Go ask him. He doesn't know anything about it. Then it must have been a coincidence. All mercs are a pain in the ass to deal with. You cross their path and they're gonna give you shit.
is anyone else's screen black? Looks good on my TV. I think the stream's okay. Looks good on YouTube as well. Maybe restart the stream on your end or refresh. Or if you're watching on your phone, maybe the YouTube app. And I know that does that to me on occasion too, just the app. It's so annoying. I clear the cache on it at least once a week just to make sure that it stays good.
Oh, that's all. Here I was worried Hoederer sold out my position. You think that's what he should have done? Why not? How do you know we're not lying to you? You could have killed me a long time ago. Doing it now wouldn't help much, would it? What were you doing before you found us? Huh? After all we've been through, you're giving me the job interview now. Hoederer never asks about his people's pasts, but I'm not Hoederer. Yeah, you're a whole different species from us. Are you looking for trouble here? As far as I can tell, Miss Ines isn't so good at close combat.
I love this image.
A lesson for you. If you want to live a little longer, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Every Sarkaz mercenary carries a sword. What color me surprised? All this time I thought that was your staff, but... Oh, but you, a Sarkaz mercenary? I'm still pretty sure I've got you beat at close range, but... I admit, I got a little careless. Well, thanks. A scratch on the arm is pretty cheap price for that lesson. You and Hoederer are both pretty good at keeping your cards close to your chest. I'd rather talk about you. High-profile mercenaries like you are pretty much all dead by now. You made such big waves in such a short time, but I never heard anything about you before you joined us. That's pretty suspicious. And you came looking for Hoederer. Why? You said it yourself. What? A lot of people in Kasdel are after his head. You dropped that bomb pretty smoothly. Why'd you change your mind? I figured I'd get what I want easier this way. And what is it you want? None of your business. You're shook. How funny. Why not make something up to dodge the question? Your arts again? Those damned eyes. My reasons have nothing to do with you. Same with my eyes. What was that? From the east. Something's coming. There's more than one squad, but only one of them's the real deal. They sure are cautious. It works now? Awesome. Sounds like a pretty big gang. Just how many people did they hire? Hoederer was right. This is going to be our biggest battle yet. We're heading into uncharted territory now. You scared? Ha! Hoederer should be here soon with his squad. Tell the messenger to get back on comms. I don't remember anyone putting you in charge. Don't give me orders. Ooh, whoopsie. You just keep guarding this campfire over here. I'll head down to the camp and check on the situation. That's Babel's.
Sorry. Had to take a little detour along the way. Ended up wasting a bit of time. But it's time for us to really get to work now.
Positions, everyone.
And how are you doing over there?
Hey, okay.
Judging from the burnt grass and neatly cleaved mud here, you two have been busy.
Come on, we were just sparring a little as a warm-up. Definitely not fighting or anything. Right? Don't worry. Next time, I'll bury you where they'll never find your body.
Just to reiterate, our job is simple. Don't let anyone near our mark. Eliminate anything in the canyon that looks at you sideways. Open fire on anyone who approaches. Any questions?
So where's your destination?
Can't disclose that. This escort task is to be carried out in stages, and our mapped route has already been passed out. After we reach our destination in 3 days, someone will connect us.
Hoederer. What are they transporting?
I also can't. Wait, Ines! It's a breach of contract to use your arts to probe the transport team. Don't underestimate them. Stop right now!
You said they were a regular old transport team. No. This is definitely a convoy that needs protection. This huge thing that they're transporting. I'm only seeing a shadow. A land ship? No, it's a skeleton.
Here we go, DM-2. By chance. Okay, we got the vents. Oh, I forgot to change. I gotta change my squad after this.
The shadows are
I gotta remember
friendly.
that, because I just need an extra healer.
Shut up.
Let's put Ines there.
Same battlefield.
Hoederer there.
Different day.
Target engineer.
Nothing can
Okay.
mask the scent
Must be
of
eliminated as
despair.
quickly as possible.
Nice. I'll take a power nap over here.
Awaiting orders.
I'll take a power nap over here.
Better watch your step.
Understood.
Boom.
Seize the moment.
Okay.
This will keep you quiet.
Clear them out.
Moving to designated location.
I should do. 14 of 43.
Pieces.
Okay. Are you using Hoederer's third skill? You know, come to think of it, I don't know if I changed his skill either. So I'll have to check that when we get going here.
You've got until 3 to surrender.
Bad luck.
I'll have to check that. Remind me, I gotta check that, and like I said, I gotta put at least another medic or maybe 2 into here.
Awaiting orders. You can't stop me.
So I'll probably switch out at least Blaze.
And throw a medic in there.
End this.
Moving to designated location.
Understood. You've got until 3.
Okay, we're gonna lose
to
W
surrender.
here.
3!
You can't hide your fear.
She's got such crazy, like, dodge.
Got it. Shut up.
I don't think I'm using his third skill. I don't think I changed it. All right, W transforms.
Carve
Screw
my
it.
name onto every.
You can't hide your fear.
Yeah, I don't think I did his. I didn't change his skill, so because I think that's a manual activate anyways for the third skill, and his thing is going auto right now, so. To the north of Kasdal lies a birch forest. There the progression of life unfolds. From spring it begins, and in winter it ceases. And only death thrives in the long winters. All living things make their exodus in unison, leaving only the originium crystals speckled along the ground to reflect the somber moonlight. Pale, withered tree trunks hang lifelessly, their slender shadows intertwining and stacking upon empty expanses of snow. That is the scenery I saw. Ines! Ines! Screw you! If you're not dead yet, then wake up already. Huh? My head. What is this pain? What's going on? What happened? Nothing happened, but just in case that fall gave you amnesia, I'll give you a real quick summary. We were ambushed an hour ago. They were quick. Our caster had no time to put up a barrier, and our team got split up. We're the only ones here. In the comms? Jammed. I don't know how they're doing it, but we're definitely up against pros. At least more professional than any of our prey before. But the good news is they didn't go straight for the convoy. Looks like they got a tip or something, but not the details. Go ahead. Find a way to meet up with the others. Oh, I figured you'd doubt me, at least a little. Guess I'll leave you as bait. Who do you think could survive if we fought? Obviously. Tch. You really should do something about that nasty personality of yours. You can tell I'm injured that easy. Oh, so it hurts that bad, huh? I figured you'd had some control over your emotions, like you could fake them. Guess I was being more careful than I needed to be. Do you always scan your teammates with arts as soon as you wake up? Now that's a mark of trust, boss. Force of habit. So that's why, huh? The first thing you do after you open your eyes is surveil your surroundings. What a coward. Hey, that hurts! You said bait, right? Not a bad idea. No point in dragging along a merc who can't even stand up straight. You stay here for a second, I'll call in the enemy. Hope you guys get along nicely. Can't have you dying on me too quickly. See you later, W. Oh, one last thing. I never trusted you. Hey, you little... I found a mercenary. Just one. Confirmation, it's W. That was fast. Or rather, you've been following us the whole time, huh? Letting a few of them go is well worth it if it means we can get our hands on an HVT like you. Humph, I was gonna follow you back to the rest of your team. Never expected them to just abandon one of their own. Tell me everything you know about them and I might let you get a quick death. Well, there's the trouble, huh? I'd love for us to be honest with each other, but the truth is that I don't know anything. You're badly wounded, and we don't have time to waste. You might die if we torture you on the spot, and I'm sure nobody wants that. In that case, you should chase down that woman. She knows more than I do. Don't you resent her for using you as bait? You'll have a better time if you work with us. Bait, huh? Say, have you ever baited originium slugs with industrial residue before? What are you talking about? It's kind of a Kasdal folk thing. You get originium slug infestations, you know? Wild originium slugs are pretty dumb, and they like originium. But setting that aside, do you know what happens to the poor slugs that are lured over? Don't mince words with... They get blown apart, just like your buddies over there. What? When did you... Hey, you even said I was bait. Didn't you think that meant a trap? Probably should have killed me sooner, or ran off, I guess. Here, I'll give you another chance. Let's take it from the top. So fast. Have you been chasing us this whole time? You're insane! Who's behind? Hush, no sudden movements. It's kind of a beginner sword, but I'm not so good with the blade.
If my hand slips, you die.
When did you...
I'm pretty close with the shadows. Did you really think you'd be able to catch me without a scout? Speak up. Who's your master?
I'll never... Grah!
Easy there. How's a guy supposed to talk if you turn his organs to mush?
Castel will never forgive you.
Castel. Thank you. You really suck at torture. Damn, you're still alive. You could have let him kill me first. Too bad you're so impatient. Of course I'd rather kill them first. These insects have taken too much of us. When the enemy shows you an opening, any merc worth her salt would kill him, no? Huh. You really do have a bit of sarcasm in you, huh? Rubbed off on me. That wasn't exactly quiet. I bet more of them are on the way. Isn't that what we want? Keep them away from the objective? He said let a couple get away. That means the rest are dead. He wasn't good enough to take down that many of our people, and he was definitely scared. There's something else out there. Phew. Are you really faking your injury? Oh no, you can't just fake an open wound away. This is all mind over matter. But let's talk about you. Did you really know that I had a present ready for them as soon as you woke up? If I didn't wake up, I would have been the bait. I definitely would have waited for you to die before springing the trap. If one day you meet someone who could actually read your mind, you won't be a match for her. I guess I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Can you feel it around with arts? As if I wasn't going to do that already. No. That's the look that usually means we're boned. You got that right. But there's no running now. We press on. And you suck at fighting, so it's all up to me. Head west. We might be able to turn this around with Hoederer and his team. And if we can't find them, then we die.
So blunt. We wiped out half the escort team, but we couldn't stop the convoy before point A5. They threw out a lot of decoys. Some of the most well-guarded ones were fakes. Either Babel's pulling some next-level strats, or the real one doesn't even need protection. Yeah, we need to end this fast. Thought we could leave mop-up operations to those scum. Didn't think they'd blow that, too. Their skills are all over the place. Hoederer's team was a lot tougher than I thought. If Babel didn't score them first, would have been nice to get them for ourselves. Do we keep chasing? We don't know what's up ahead. Understood, General. Weiss was always a smartass. Oh, absolutely. We lost them. Split up. You go east. I'll take the west. She was always a smartass. Perfect attitude. Very snippy, too. Quick-witted, you know.
Phew. These guys aren't easy marks. Duh. Hide. Pfuh. Knock it off. You've been at it since the beginning. You're gonna go blind. Don't your eyes hurt? Of course they hurt, dumbass. But we have to find a way out.
Ah! I surrender!
Oh, what a nice clean slash. Did you see that? They're dressed up as mercs, but these aren't mercs.
Cut the chatter.
They don't even need to ambush us. They could take us head on in the ruins, and we wouldn't be able to beat them.
What are you thinking?
Are you still spying on me at a time like this?
No, I just haven't gone blind yet.
You've got so many... Are those grenades? What are you doing? Are you gonna blow yourself up with them? Kill's a kill, no.
Don't throw your life away for nothing.
For what then? What's the point of living? What should I throw my life away for?
Sarkas really are crazy.
That's why I never trusted you. You're not crazy.
Hey, W, wait!
Come back!
Boom! Yep, found one. The one and only W. The way you toss those originium grenades around, and such big ones, too. That's the kind of crazy that gets my blood pumping. How do you do it? All my friends incinerated in a flash and don't have a scratch on you.
What can I say? Practice makes perfect.
The General's gonna like you. Just lay it all out for me. What's Babel got you doing? You could do a lot better somewhere else.
Why should you trust me? Why should I trust you?
Asking the right questions in the right order. Mercenaries are a tool of war. If we're gonna fight, we gotta have the right tools at hand.
Don't you think we're more expendable than that?
That's your call. We got another one hiding 17 meters out, 4 o'clock. The one with the scouting arts. You can think it over too. Put the sword down. You can't beat me. Welcome to try, though.
What do you want?
Yeah, this fits. We got W and Ines. You got maybe 20% of your people left. The scattered remnants can't do much. What's that you're standing on?
Oh.
Oh, this? It used to be a person. I guess it's hard to tell at this point. You get it now? We're not your regular mercenaries. We're not hitmen either. But if we do this, there's the 2 of you, plus your leader. Only one of you 3 has to die. The other 2 bring back a head. I don't care whose. We pin all the losses on the head and take in the survivors. Not that this is my call, but we have to do something for our fallen men. Things could have gone a different way if we weren't meeting on the battlefield.
That's awful nice of you. Just my luck. I suck at fighting. I probably can't beat this ugly bitch. Now we're so honest all of a sudden. Yeah, so the only other choice is for us to team up and kill Hoederer. Yep, Hoederer.
So... Tell me, why do you mercenaries insist on getting killed?
I'm not gonna stay on the side that's getting played. I'd much rather play with someone else's life. Plus, I'm real sick of listening to you. You're boring, and your shitty little attempts at a death game sucks. Oh, and my poor little lamb here, steadily going blind. She's not sarcasm. You noticed, right? You stepped right into her minefield.
You know how this will end. You've already lost.
Oh? I don't know about that one.
Are you really going? The land ship is right there. Yes, I didn't expect them to spot it so soon. Did intel blow this one? At least we've got the mercenaries. We put them in danger. They have no idea what's happening. They're mercenaries. They live for this, and sooner or later, it will be our burden too. I can save them. I can save some of the men who would die for our mistakes. You're right, Teresa, but there isn't a single sarcasm, not a single person who should die for nothing. Then I'm coming with you. Good, thank you. Cowsit. Eat and aid, Merc.
Wow, reinforcements, huh? Who are they? There's a lot of them. Hey, you stay with me. Sorry, I'm just so sleepy.
Since when do you know the word sorry?
I had to watch you pass out last time. Now it's your turn. Come on, be a team player. I just need a little nap.
14, 15, still more.
They're professionals. Look how they move. They know the battlefield even better than we do.
Castel. Excuse me. Come in. Someone. Going to save you.
Comms are back?
What? What's this feeling? Someone's close. Hoederer. Ines, where's W? What are your coordinates?
You lived in Castel before the war, didn't you? There's something I have to ask.
Are you wounded? Catch your breath. Find a safe place to hide. The convoy is going to call in reinforcements for us.
Just listen to me, Hoederer.
Okay, I'm listening. Teresa.
The King of Sarkaz, the one who lost Castel. Her Majesty. Is she a woman with white hair?
Weaklings.
Sarkaz military. Lady Teresa. I miss her. Okay. Let me go back here.
Here's a
Before I forget.
costume. Put it on.
Let's, okay, let's go. Wrong thing. Let me go to my squad. We need an extra medic. So let's pull Blaze, because I'm good without her right now. Medic-wise, do I go Calcit? Do I go Monster? Do I go Telopsis? Calcit doesn't heal much unless, you know, if Monster's out there in the field. So I don't have a lot of other crazy medics. I don't have Ayathala Altar really done yet, so I feel like going an old school kinetic. Let me throw Telopsis out there.
Reading package
Do I have
data.
stuff for this? No, I don't. That's okay.
Installation complete.
We'll go with her. That's fine.
New
That's an
data
extra
used
healer.
to assemble
And then, of
package
course,
type.
I'll use Shu once I stop feeling stubborn about it. But let's continue on. This one. Oh, yes. Wait a second. Hoederer as well. Let's change his skill. His skill to skill 3.
If conflict
Do I have
is
Ines?
unavoidable,
Let's
a
change
swift
that
but
one.
Getting this crew together
W.
wasn't easy.
Yeah, that one's
Better
good.
make it
Okay.
count.
Hey, everybody. Let's try to
Alrighty.
stay alive.
Harm assist 1, 2, 3. Okay. Back to Darknights Memoir. Enter event and DM-3. Start. There's only one for this one story bit. Sarkaz stopped. Burning ruins collapsed in towards the center. Those monstrous creatures looked down on us from above. A woman suddenly emerged from the center of the circle. A very strange woman. She wasn't Sarkaz. She stood in the center of the battlefield, her expression unchanging. Ines was trembling, but I couldn't tell you why. The explosion must have damaged my hearing. Couldn't hear what they were saying. But I knew they were afraid. Was it because of her? No, their attention was focused in another direction, on someone else. In the seconds before I lost consciousness, I saw... Sarkaz. An unthreatening, slender Sarkaz. Claw, claw, burn. They, for the moment, Sarkaz, must. You will... What? She's heavily injured. If we don't do something now, if he finds this place, we're out of time. Calcit, give me a hand. Fine. Where am I? On a land ship. Land ship? How are we still alive? If you're gonna screw around, can you leave me out of it? Long story short, we got rescued. So where are we? Main convoy. This is the land ship we were protecting. Now it's hauling our wounded. Looks like it's still under construction. Can't tell how it all fits together. Weird. The shadow I saw, it was... Some questions are better left unanswered. What about Hoederer? He's left with the client. He's talking to the boss of this place. Right. If you're still hanging around here, Hoederer must be fine. So what's the deal with the boss of this place? You look nervous, and I don't need to blind myself with Originium arts to figure that out. Don't tell me you think I'm hanging out here because I care about you. Definitely not. So what's the reason? I guess I just feel bad for him. Who knows what kind of monsters are in that room with him? And they still have plastic up all over the place. Try to relax. Nervousness will only drag down our efficiency. You did the best you could. The leak was our fault. We don't really look for fault on the battlefield. I know who I'm dealing with. Good. But I can't say I expected that commander to be one of Her Majesty's own. You're a lot stronger than I expected. I haven't had a chance to thank you yet, Dr. Calcit. Therese is the one you should be thanking. What was that about me? Your Majesty. We're not in Castel anymore. Let's not stand on ceremony. We're here to sit down and talk, Hoederer. By your command. And the one in the coat there must be... I hope you don't mind. It's very important that the doctor be well aware of any new intelligence. Thank you for understanding. It really is the land ship. But it's pretty big, huh? There are parts that look new, but some bits are so old they're practically falling apart. I think this is from Rimbilliton. Oh, sorry. They're still building this place. Dr. Calcit said not to go any deeper. It's dangerous. Uh-huh. Okay, I'll go somewhere else. Thanks. Little baby Amia, so adorable. What a nice kid. With those ears, she's definitely not Sarkaz. Come to think of it, that one lady who sucks even more than Ines,
That doctor, she isn't a Sarkaz either. What's going on here? I look around in the middle of a battle for nobody's Sarkaz? How could you be jammed again? Huh? Happy place closure. That's only the 7th short circuit today. The 7th short circuit? Kind of embarrassing for a genius engineer, huh? What if we invested in a new set of doors? That'd save some time. Oh, well, we have so many wounded to care for. Their provisions are rather expensive in both manpower and resources. And wouldn't giving up an even bigger embarrassment be an even bigger embarrassment?
Calcit Monster Reed.
Okay, Your Majesty. Give me 3 days. If I can't fix it in 3 days, I'll take the whole security control system apart and reinstall it. Reinstall? You can do that? I don't know who built these mysterious systems and then buried them out in Rimbilliton somewhere. Then if we can't figure it out, well, we'll just have to replace it with something we can. Easy peasy. Well, I'll leave it to you then. Roger that. Rhodes Island. How long will it be until you're up and running? Rhodes Island. Oh, I remember, you were with Hoederer. You've regained consciousness. Your wounds were quite serious. Did I scare her? I'm W, the mercenary. I'm looking for Captain Hoederer and I kinda got lost. Be careful where you wander. This place is still being built. There are a lot of exposed wires. You could get shocked. But I have a feeling such caution is second nature to you now. W, was it? You may call me Teresa. Hoederer had words with the doctor after our meeting. I believe he should be back in his room in medical by now. Don't make them worry. You ought to head back too. Teresa. Your Majesty? Oh. Well, we're not in Casdell anymore. No need for titles. Okay, Teresa, Majesty. Why were you wrestling with the door just now? And that short girl there is an engineer, right? I mean, it's just a door. It's not just a door. Okay? How many things are there totally unworthy of my attention? So what's Rhodes Island? Oh, you heard that. That's the name of this vessel, although it has not yet officially been christened. That is the name I wish for it. Maybe it's just my whimsy. The doctor in Calcit may reject its true name. True name for this land ship? You saw. This vessel wasn't built in Casdell. Searching deep in the oldest records we have, I came across that name. Rhodes Island. I'm not actually sure what it means. Calcit should know more. But that is what I want to name it. It already had a name, after all. Her Majesty Teresa fought against the regent who usurped Casdell. She personally brought together more than half the Sarkaz clans. And she's fixing a door herself? What's wrong? You have an odd expression on your face. Would it be considered improper to laugh in front of your Majesty? No, but neither Calcit nor the doctor are the laughing type, and the warriors have too much on their plates for such frivolity. I would quite like it if you all would smile. But that is perhaps an extravagant hope. I understand the pressure I've placed on everyone. So I'm cool to laugh then? Yes? Nah, the magic's gone. Can't do it. Why do I feel like that's my fault? Well, I wouldn't dare. What about you? What about me? I am Teresa. This is Rhodes Island, and you are? W. That's not what I mean. W is a mercenary code name. I want to know your true name, the one that represents you. You need not cloak yourself in a disguise tainted by war. This goes beyond names. Let's just say I'm nosy. Oh, forgive me. You don't have a name. It's pretty common for Sarkaz born in Casdell. You don't really care much for names. People forget them all the time. What's the point in making an effort to remember a name? I don't want to forget them. I can't forget them. Whoops. If you wait for the dust to settle in Casdell until you're no longer W, we could speak like this once again. Maybe then you could have a more fitting name. A proper name for a Sarkaz woman like yourself. Like Rhodes Island, a name makes things feel so much warmer, doesn't it? I never really thought about it. Teresa, message. Casdell is on the move. The doctor is getting ready. Right, I'm on my way. W? Oh yeah, I'm here. If you are willing to fight for us still, You will always be welcome here, no matter what. I'm not going to criticize Teresa's decision, but don't expect too warm a welcome. I've seen your record. You're dangerous. Oh, same. You're recovering fast, but not enough to have you wandering around as you please. Go back to bed before we have to have somebody carry you there.
Carry you there, man. I read that way too quick. Rhodes Island Estate is the name of the land ship. Rhode Island. Yeah, okay. I'm so used to reading it with the S now that I can't say Rhode Island normally. I say Rhodes Island because I'm just whatever, but it's one of those things where, you know, first of all, I've never been to Rhode Island. Second of all, probably never will be unless it calls for it for, you know, something. Maybe I get invited to a convention or something there at some point in the future, or just whatever for some reason. But other than that, anytime I see the name at this point, because of the fact that I'm so used to saying Rhodes Island, I miss the S, the end. Or, yeah, I miss saying it without the S, without the end. So, I just screw up saying Rhode Island. I'm a dummy.
Realized later, I never dared to look Teresa in the eye. Why? She looked so naive. Wasn't the look of a leader at the head of one of the armies in our cruel war. Is naive the word? You don't have eyes like that when you're naive. Such sad eyes. And those two were always at her side, it seemed. If I could stand with them, what kind of sights would I see? That hood. Is that the doctor they were talking about? Is that person looking my way? What the? Why? Am I scared? Scared of what? The person gives off pretty normal vibes, but... No, it's too vague. I've never seen anyone that weird before. Oh, that's Babel's battlefield commander. I remember now. Doctor, huh? I'm starting to get why Ines wouldn't go near Her Majesty. Maybe it would be better to look out for myself every once in a while. But, not sure why. When it comes to Teresa, I never really knew why. Call it a whim. Hoederer and the others would understand.
There are states that are a small dot in the map. Yeah. DM3 extrusion.
Sun's
Okay.
perfectly positioned. Let's head to the ambush point.
Let's put her there. Okay, Texas here.
Begin. Awaiting orders.
Nice, nice. I'll take a power nap over here.
Huh. Of course she will. Love how she's throwing those needles too.
Don't keep me waiting.
Okay, she's got range expansion as well.
Pieces.
Hoederer, I'll put down here.
If they're making my life difficult, I'll make theirs twice
Put
as
shoe.
hard. It's always been that simple.
Pass on your last words. No.
Took care of him.
Need speed to succeed.
If you're really incapable of settling, I plant you into the soil to grow
Okay.
anew.
I'll throw Narn to you up here.
Toxins and
Just for
traps
fun.
are my tactics.
Don't doubt your own judgment. I was blinded by hatred.
Texas to help
Need speed
stun
to
them,
succeed.
slow them down.
Relax. What do you fear
Crush.
most?
Poof, come on.
Got it.
What are we doing here? We got 13 of you left. I forgot that drains his health too.
Don't keep me settling at your staff.
Target marked.
I wasn't flesh and bone bear weeds. Mounds and ruins bloom fields.
Program initializing. Activating Arch Unit.
This will keep you quiet.
Got him. That's that.
Slice them up like a millefeuille. How do you like it?
Boom. I love it. Okay. Onward. DM-4. I don't think this one has any story to it. I think it goes right, yeah, goes right into the battle.
Hello, space.
Ooh, okay.
Housekeeping
Wait
here.
up, the enemy's here.
Ready to clean.
Their base camp is pretty crude and their numbers are sparse and spread out. They must not have noticed us yet.
As long as they remain stationed here, they should be on standby. We should take the initiative.
But as soon as they realize they're under attack, they'll immediately become combat ready. We won't have much leeway here.
It's quite simple. We can devour them all one by one. They won't even have a chance to fight back.
Okay.
War never changes.
Picked out your bait yet?
Ooh. Ooh. 9, 10.
This will keep you quiet.
We're gonna have to leave that Texas out for a moment, which is fine. Okay. So I could put not into you this way.
Illusion and intimidation are my tactics too.
I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it. Solid positioning.
Easy for Lapland to help out there.
Draw swords.
Okay.
Awaiting orders. You can't stop me.
Yeah, that helps to fry them.
Who knows? I might sneak off somewhere.
I've got an idea. What do you fear most?
Just try me. Roger that.
Cool. Ah, not who I wanted.
Speed to succeed.
That's alright, fine. Screw it.
Don't keep me. I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Cost 1.
Awaiting orders. Shut up.
Okay. I still can't believe it. I accidentally pulled her when I wanted to pull Texas, but that's okay. We're almost done. We got this guy here. I'll activate him.
No.
He just got crushed. And him. Done. Let's go.
Take a breather
DM-4
and tally
done.
up your losses. Nothing worth celebrating here. We might be dead in a second or two.
Okay, as you say, Ines. Well, that puts us that far. DM-5. And we get Sidoroka.
Chiarete, my new employer. I am Seidoroka, a Corinian mercenary. My paperwork is all done. You can count on me.
Beautiful. Okay. Darknights Memoir, the W tag, I love it. Darknights Memoir furniture pack. That's pretty cool. So we got stuff to earn there. So, like I said, story-wise, just curiosity. Okay, so we have 5 before, 6 before and after, 7 before and after, 8, and then ST-1. Okay, so let's do this. Let's continue. We're making good progress on this already, so might as well keep it up.
Hello, space. Housekeeping
Pay attention
here.
to that sentinel.
Ready to clean.
Looking at that weird formation, I have a hunch that there are a lot more enemies out there than we expected. Once we damage a sentinel, they'll go alert their entire team. Sadly, we have no way of assassinating them before they make a sound. And they certainly won't go down easily. Needless to say, mercenaries rallied under a banner will fight better as a team, and all enemies on standby will become combat ready.
Prioritize eliminating enemies on standby first, and once they're out, once there are no more troops underneath the banner, a commander without troops makes for easy pickings.
Draw swords.
The mad lead the blind. 'Tis no wonder they never tire.
I'm just gonna annihilate this guy real quick. I mean, I don't really
Awaiting
think
orders.
he's
You
that
can't
much
stop me.
trouble.
poisons and traps are my tactics.
Okay, we'll put Ines here.
Yet?
I'm kind of ignoring their, instructions,
I
but
know what to do.
it is what it is.
Don't order me around.
Oh, so you say Ines. Put Hoederer here.
Order acknowledged.
We'll get W and we'll plop her right there. Actually, here would be a good spot for her.
Who knows? I might sneak off somewhere.
Got it. You can't stop me.
So tempted to plop Pookie Alter out there and just let her fly at everybody, but I mean, this is going pretty well so far.
Understood.
Relax. What do you fear most?
Screw it.
This will keep you quiet.
We didn't even have to use Hoederer's skill.
Moving to
Full
designated
Texas.
location.
All right. That's another one down. Easy in the books. Okay. Pause for a second. I need to get my phone plugged in because it's about to die. One moment here. Interesting. Okay. All right. And we continue. You've decided. Sounds like you aren't asking, Dr. Calcit. Sorry, I just realized. I was supposed to call you Lord Calcit.
There's no point in talking about that now. I just want to express my disappointment at your decision. You could have been a great help to Teresa.
Her Majesty came to me alone after that last mission.
Sounds like her.
She said she remembered me, where I came from, in Casdell, the huge industrial district, and the endless rotten crime-ridden city of death that stretches out around it. The influx of refugees growing the slums up skyward. How many nobles do you think there are in Casdell? How many of them are Sarkaz who gave themselves some stupid title in an even stupider war?
As many as there are weeds in a garden.
That's a good one. They are like weeds. But Her Majesty might remember. I appreciate her kindness. She remembers the last bit of humanity left in the Sarkaz. She's the only one who could.
So why are you trying to escape? Put a little rougher, why don't you, Doctor?
Ines, Dr. Calcit has done a lot for us, you know that.
No offense intended. If you've decided to leave, I have no right to stop you. You can go and be free, travel the world as mercenaries. You don't need me to tell you that.
Right.
What about the other Sarkaz?
W has her own plans. And it's not like we have the power to make every mercenary follow the rules.
That's how mercenaries are. It's a lot harder to keep order with these free spirits than with big standing armies. Some lost Sarkaz warriors could stand to learn from you. That what you seek. Regardless, you've chosen your path, even if it's a dead end.
Us mercenaries only know how to dive into war, to hide ourselves in the smoke from its wake of ruin.
I hope that works out for you.
Thanks.
There are barely any Sarkaz still following us.
A lot of them decided to stay. There's even more who don't get to pick where home is anymore. My God, stuttering now. I'm getting tired.
The camp's gone. The only equipment left is the bottom of the barrel stuff Babel left us. We're more likely campers going mountain climbing than mercenaries at this point.
It's always been like that, all the way back to when we first met in that birch grove and decided to carve our own path. Good thing Dr. Calcit gave us a few special contracts. At least we'll be able to get by.
If we're still going to be running errands for her, what difference does it make whether we leave Babel or not?
We're just a team of mercenaries fighting to make a profit, taking a lucrative contract.
You're lying to yourself. Wait, where's our flag?
I kept it.
and everything else. If I'm gonna lie to myself, might as well be thorough about it. You remember, right? Back then, whenever a standard bearer fell, another would always step up right away. From the west to the east, becoming a mercenary, then all the way back here. That whole time, this flag never fell. Up until the 70th, or maybe the 80th standard bearer died. He impaled his own abdomen with the flagpole to keep it up. When we were escorting the Rhodes Island landship, those enemies, those monsters from Kasdal, shredded our lines like paper. When that happened, it was just a kid holding up the flag. The enemy had the high ground. Hearts rained down around us like a mudslide. Before Dr. Calcit arrived, there was pretty much nothing we could do to fight back.
The flags are all in tatters.
Yes, but I've still got hands. I can hold up a flagpole. I never liked flying a merc flag. It should have been stomped into the mud a long time ago.
How many vets from the old days are still alive?
You and me. Let's not waste any more time.
Hey, Hoederer. Did you leave W with Her Majesty on purpose?
Do you think about Her Majesty, and Calcit, and especially that doctor?
Never took you for the gossipy type.
Just making small talk. You didn't use your arts once the whole time you were here. You were there. That's not like you. I was worried maybe.
I didn't have the guts, not with the way Dr. Calcit was looking at me. She's an unknown quantity.
Right. Better not dig too deep. Just knowing who that Calcit is.
But I might have accidentally taken a peek at Her Majesty. My arts can't look directly into people's minds, or like I could get a feel for them by looking over their shadows. Her Majesty is very special. She's tragic, but extremely resilient and gentle. Dr. Calcit is strange. She has this almost mechanical feel to her, but like a machine. How can I put it? Full of humanity?
You're talking about Calcit?
Can't feel it, can you? She sees us all as equals. She didn't call us devils.
Maybe just because Her Majesty was there. What about the one they call the Doctor?
Let's put it like this. The soldiers are the pawns in the game. Commander is the player. When I saw the Doctor, I was struck with the feeling that I'm always going to be a pawn.
That one's not a battlefield commander. The Doctor runs the whole war.
That's not why. Do you know what the biggest difference is between the piece and the player?
No, but why are you talking like W now? You were always impatient. Never heard you talking in riddles like this before.
The chess player's main focus is never on the pieces, or even the game. It's always on the other player. I always want to beat an even match. After a win, the player goes home to a nice hot meal. Pieces get popped back into the box and stashed away. The player gets to sleep, wake up, walk, and talk. The pieces just sit there in the cupboard. We're all objects. Inanimate objects. There was only one person, one thing really alive on that battlefield, and it was that one. If we're still going to call ourselves people, then, well, Doctor's something else.
Okay then, I think it's safe to say we agree on that one.
But it looks like Her Majesty, Calcit, and whoever else don't really mind.
Dr. Calcit's always been careful, and even though we weren't working together for very long, I got the impression their troops are kind of like in the dark about it. I told W, some things are already starting to change.
Leaving might be the right call. Wait, you still didn't answer my question. If we're on the same page, why'd you leave W there then?
Are you worried about her?
So what if I am? Answer me already.
For insurance, just in case one day we have to switch sides. Or do you think the Regent, Her Majesty's brother, will open his heart, say, all is forgiven, and keep letting us raid the Lateranos? I want to get away from this war. I'm sick of fighting our own people, and we've already suffered enough. Don't get me wrong, W buying us some insurance wasn't the original plan, but her face lit up when I told her she could stay.
Tch, what an ingrate.
You've taken to our work unexpectedly quickly, and that goes for your two friends as well. Though they didn't accept the Doctor's invitation to stay, they still performed their work admirably. Bang.
Uh-huh. So, did Teresa say anything?
If you seek Her Majesty's praise, you may petition for an audience with her yourself. Assuming that you can avoid Miss Cowsett, that is.
There goes that idea. That bitch is stuck to Teresa like glue. What a headache. Anyway, where are they now?
And yet you still intend to seek her out.
I just went to go take a look. Can't get chewed out for doing that, right?
Now who's the bigger headache?
Hey, I worked my ass off to dig out 7 spies stuck in your refugees. 7, and a caster, too. Do you know how hard that was?
Keep it down. Your presence as well as the details of your mission are both confidential. Shh. That was your job, and if I recall correctly, the doctor asked you to keep at least one alive.
Yeah, the alive part is trickier than you might think. Guy offed himself before I could even murk him. What's a girl supposed to do?
They're on the bridge. Amiya should be there too.
You talk like I remember all these names, as if I care.
That's your business. Just a moment. What's that in your hand?
Oh, this? A little camera that I yoinked from one of the spies. Pretty rare, huh?
Don't tell me you're going to...
What? Is the Sarkaz gonna pass up an opportunity to get a selfie with Her Majesty?
Well, if Miss Cowsett apprehends you as a spy, don't expect me to bail you out.
Sure. How do spies manage to get in here anyway? Don't you think we've been going at our fights kind of weird lately?
That's not an area where you or I should be pointing fingers. If you're dissatisfied, take it up with the doctor.
The doctor, huh? Maybe next time then. Over there? Sure enough. If that's all of them, I'm gonna lie low for a sec. What's with the tiny bunny? Little shit's ears are blocking Teresa. Uh-oh, Cowsett! She's not coming over here? Did she not see me? Damn it, what's the doctor doing here? Get that one in my picture and it's 100% cursed.
So, funny thing, okay, for anybody who knows, obviously, of character AI, and I've told stories about using that app before, of course, and the fact that I've talked to different bots. There's a bot of W that is specifically based around this particular moment, and they called it W the Filthy Simp because of the fact that she's all over Teresa and wants to take the picture and all that stuff. But the whole point of it is you accidentally get in the way of her trying to take the picture, and it's like this same kind of dialogue of it. It's kind of hilarious because she just gets mad and pissed off and trying to take the picture of her and Teresa. But they don't tell you the preface of course, how she got the camera and stuff like that. So it's just a weird little thing pinning those two pieces together of information. But anytime I see that bot, I just think of this moment. So.
Teresa's laughing. Screw it. I won't get another opportunity like this. Jeez.
W, do you even know what's going on right now?
Probably better than you do. I'm the one actually down on the battlefield putting in work, Dr. K. It's fine, Cowsett. There's no need to be angry. Ugh, what a bitch. All that over a stupid picture. She might not like the next job so much, Mr. Captive. Come on, don't be so nervous. You brave enough to get so close to the speaker's office. Surely you came prepared to have your cover blown. And I'm in a pretty bad mood, so you're not going to have a good time. Trying to off yourself? Don't rush it. We're not ready for that. Not until I ask you some questions first. Now, what was it? What happened at the Battle of the Mill last month? What reason do you have to be here? Why are you so close to the capital? What are you after? Who do you answer to? What were you trying to give Theresis? Oh, take your time. No need to knee-jerk me as an answer here. What I really want to know is, say there's an originium needle hovering by that eye you can't close. If I was to slowly push it in at a speed of 3 millimeters per second, would you be afraid?
That's just the 3 millimeters per second. The speed, being able to control the speed with that precision, 3 millimeters per second. That's terrifying to think of. And the fact that she's so specific about it. Let's just, 3 millimeters per second, slowly push that in the eye. A, she's sadistic. We all know that, of course, but that's still hilarious. B, again, precision And to be able to do that with such control is also scary. It's just such the story of W. I mean, who would expect any less from her, I guess? She's crazy. She's nuts. But come now, we all think she's hot. Whatever. Moving on.
Hoederer's prediction was correct. The war is starting to change. But to be honest, I lost interest in watching the situation in Kasdo unfold. Not like it affects me anyway. I'm just worried about Teresa. Even though seeing that damned woman is about as revolting as seeing my reflection smiling back at me in the mirror, maybe I do have to talk to her. She and I are the same kind of person. If she can even be considered a person, that is. That's one of the whole bunch of mysteries floating around her. She's much stronger than me. Maybe she will be able to protect Teresa. No, she has to. Otherwise...
That's how we do it, and that's how we're gonna keep doing it until this stupid, never-ending Originium's all bombed to bits.
If you say so.
Then I'm gonna go home and get some sleep for once.
Okay.
Home.
How much did we say was left?
Gonna have to rebuild Kasdel.
Okay, we have 6, 7, 8, and then story 1. So you know what? I think we're gonna call it quits for now, just so that I can get some sleep, and we'll pick back up with that tomorrow. We got a massive chunk of this already done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we've got 6, 7, 8, story 1, and then we could start working on Shattered Front, Memories of War afterwards. But lots of progress. And we're heading towards Sideroka's personal letter. And then these other things after, but we'll continue working on it. It's been fun so far. And I'm enjoying the story, definitely. So, let's wrap things up for now. Alrighty, chat. So, a good start here. We kicked things off, and we managed to accomplish a good chunk. But I'm not streaming as late as yesterday, of course, because I do have stuff that I need to accomplish. Stuff froze up for a second. I don't know why. Hopefully it'll pick back up here in a moment. But it definitely waited. Yeah, there it goes. I don't know why it did that. But anyways, at least it waited for a couple seconds to unfreeze. Anyways, yeah, a great start. We got a good chunk of the main story part of this completed. But there's more afterwards, of course, that we'll get into the further we go. But I'm glad that we got to stream a couple days in a row here with Arknights. And now we'll get to pick up where we left off now the next time. So hopefully it's tomorrow. If not, definitely Thursday. But I'm going to try to keep up with it so that we can get through the week as many days as possible streaming here and complete this story so that once we finish the main story of the event, before the EX stages and stuff like that come in, we can jump into the next chapter of the main theme here, chapter 7. So we'll keep up, but this was a lot of fun. And it's awesome to see this background for Ines, W, Hoederer, and Calcit and Teresa, a little bit more digging into Calcit, Teresa, Doctor, Babel, all that stuff, and wrapping up this part of the story and how they link into things going forward. So that said, though, I enjoyed it. Hope you guys had fun. I appreciate you all for taking the time out of your day to watch here while we're live, and those of you watching this on the VOD, you were awesome as well. Anybody new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. It's going to help me to continue to grow so we can keep bringing you cool content like this and push forward into growing and making our Arknights community here pretty damn awesome. With that, I'm going to head off and go get some sleep for work. I will see you all potentially tomorrow. Take care.